Well, I always have to start out with face of the day because that's what I always wonder what people have on. And first of all, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I can't believe it. 1,000? I have 1,000 subscribers. Who would have ever thought that? But anyway, thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate it. Okay, face of the day is MAC tan pigment on the lid. Yeah, tan. Urban Decay Naked Palette Buck on the crease with a little bit of creep. And then, I can't remember, I used some white thing under the eyebrow. And I used something bright in the corner. Oh, I think Your Ladyship. That was... See, what I do is I get the pigments in little tiny sample things, and then I pressed them. I should show you guys how I did that. But that way you don't have to buy the whole pigment thing, and they last forever. So, that saves money. On my cheeks, well, I used the Bronze Universal, you know, the cream kind, bronzer. And then right on the points there, I used NARS Gina. I used a little bit of Albatross because I was using NARS. On my lips is Ulta's lip pencil in Charmer, and then on top of that I put a little bit of MAC's Underage because I'm trying to use it up still. And I think that's all I can think of right now. Let's get on to 5 of my favorite things. My first favorite possession that I wish to talk about is my Western saddle. I've had this, oh gosh, since I was probably 14 or younger. My dad got it. He traded a car for it. I think an old Buick or something, but you know, the laces are starting to wear out. I had so many good rides in this with different horses. I'd train, ride. When I was the kid, I would ride through the woods and I'd jump over logs. Who can imagine jumping in a Western saddle? But you know, you're a kid. Neat thing about it is I have, oh no, I can't remember what you call it. But anyway, a buckle, maybe I'll think of it. And you just bring the cinch up and can just put it in there and then tighten all this up. And you don't have to unstrap all this latigo. Oops, I'm going to stand in the light. Somewhere here there's a rub mark. Let's see if I can pull it around. I don't know if it's that. It might be that. I don't think it is, though. I tied my horse up. Maybe it's this. I tied my horse up, I was still a teenager, in an orchard on some cherry trees, and he went under the tree and rubbed it. But, yeah, I showed in it. I went to the fair in it. I went to Class A Arabian shows in it. Now it's all dusty and dirty, but I love this saddle. It wasn't exactly the most comfortable. It's not real deep right here. This looks like it's padded. It is kind of padded, but it's pretty hard. Anyway, that's a Western saddle. I love it because it has so many memories for me. Gave me a lot of good rides. I felt very secure in it. Oh gosh, one time somebody had polo ponies and wanted me to ride polo ponies. And I hated his postage stamp because his horses were out of control. So I'd take my saddle. This is holds the rope. When you show, you have to have a rope on your saddle. So this would wrap around the rope, and you know, it would go on here like that. So you'd have your rope, and you had to have hobbles on it. I don't know if I can find the hobbles anymore. And you had to have a raincoat tied to the back. So, but I would tie my lunch. I would tie my coat if I got hot. You know, I just keep riding, and I just turn around and tie it on and stuff. I had good horses. Let's see if I can find the hobbles or something. So, in the old show box, I found the hobbles. They would tie onto the saddle like that. You never used them. I mean, you know, you stick their little legs in there, and they're supposed to not go anywhere. But, you know, like you tie them up. I would tie it to the saddle, have the rope on the other side, and I think I had them here. They might have been on the other side. While I'm digging around, they matched my bridle. This is the reins part, and this is the romal. I think that's what you call it. God, I can't remember anything anymore. Anyway, the part that you would whap them with, but you don't because you have a show horse and it knows everything. And the reins snap onto the bit like this. And that'd be the bottom part. I had a silver bit because you had to have as much silver as you get. It seems like the most silver is what won. Just a simple curb bit. Let's see. Oh, here's the headstall. Here's the headstall. This would go over their ears. Each ear would come through there. A split ear is when there's only one of these deals. And then the bit would attach to here like that. So that was the head stall. I know I'm showing you more of my favorite. There was something else I was going to show you in here. I wear black gloves. Here's somebody's hair because I love them. In this tack box was all the makeup for the horses. Alto light adds highlights and sheen for accents. And I think I put that on there. Oh gosh, that cost all of $5 then. Let's see. But anyway, let's see what that looks like. Blue gel. Anyway, horse makeup. I remember my mom was so proud of getting something once, and she goes, "Look what I have," and I went, "No, Daddy's already got that in the tack box. Here is Ultra Black Highlighter. Produces the $1 million shine." I think this one on their noses too, because we have black noses, horses. Yep, there it is. I only used a little bit. Got that from Schneider's. Let's see what else. Just because this is interesting. I know I'm supposed to be showing you my possessions that I'm so proud of, but oh, you guys will love this, you nail polish people. Ultra Black Patent Hoof Polish. And it has like a sponge on a stick inside. You paint their feet. Here's the clear Super Shine Hoof Polish. And Shapley's Heavy Oil. You put that in their mane, or VO5. Look, you guys, dippity-doo. Remember that? The setting gel for our hair. I think I use that on forelocks to keep them neatly in the head stall. Cactus cloth. That was great for buffing a nice shine on their fur. Oh, and then there's steel wool. That was for the buggy. And you just have... Oh, I'd have a mitt. Well, this is getting to be a different kind of video, isn't it? Had a soft mitt with fur on it that you polish the horse up with. And then after you get them all oiled and clean, you don't touch them. And other people would come by, you'd lead them by, and people go, "Oh!" And they'd stick out their hands and touch, and then there'd be handprints on your horse. So there goes the head stall and bit. Oh, what's this? Ultra Final Touch Hairspray. That's like our finishing spray that makes our hair shine. Oops. Everything's gonna fall on me. Well, that would make them shine. Did I show you this? Yeah, I did. What was this? Command. See, stuff's so old. Concentrated hair dressing for the man. We used all that. And absorbing. Because these guys were athletes. They had to get warmed up and perform. Okay. I'm going to stop and go back to what my original video was supposed to be about. Now, this is the bit I mostly wrote in. And it's just a really nice stainless steel, plain, gentle curb bit. A little stronger was when they have a oh God, what do you call it? But anyway, a high port in their bit. And they have rollers in here for their tongues to play with. You can hear them go like that sometimes. So that was just a I don't know if it's aluminum, but it's not silver, it's not stainless steel. An old head stall. Yeah, I wish I could remember where. This is a Weymouth bit. It is a long curb, and it's really hard to show you with one hand. And a little tiny Bradoon snaffle bit. These are snaffle bits. Sometimes you'll see it on your, what was it? I saw it on a Gucci bottle once. But anyway, it's 2 bits. And the horse would wear this, and this bit would set their head, and this bit would, I guess, hold them in or something. Anyway, so that's called a Weymouth bridle. That was an English pleasure. I think park horses use it too. That's a class. I don't see the spade bit, which I was going to show you, but so that's all I can find right now. And I want to go on with the rest of the video. So, as I was saying, my prized possession, one of my prized possessions is my Western saddle. My other possession that I love is my farm, and it grows food for me. Here's a little cold frame. There's the raspberries, and up at the top up there is mint that just comes up because my husband rototilled it and then planted there. Here's where all the dahlias were, so they're all dug up. I got to go work on them. But I love my farm. Here's more of my farm. I love it. There's my little rental and the milk house on that side. And I've got pear trees, my house, garage, and then the orchard and the garden. Another thing I love is my spade bit belt buckle. We were heavily into Arabians when we were first together because I grew up with them. So, good husband lets me do my thing. And we were at a convention, I think it was in Reno. Anyway, we were poor. We went down in our Chevy van and camped in it and everything, and saw the horse show and went through the booths and stuff. And this one booth, they made these belt buckles. This little pin here goes into the hole, and the other end of the belt goes around here and snaps. So your belt just looks like that. And I mean, even this little roller in the middle goes around. See, I'm spinning it around. It's just amazing. And it's all carved on the side, and it's I think sterling silver, and because the fancy bits are. And these bits, by the way, when the horses wear them, this port here, you never pull on the reins or anything. This port here makes them want to set their heads so that, instead of riding around with their head like that, they go like this, and it just holds their heads. You never, when I had a horse that was spade bit trained, I didn't train her, but I traded some training for a foal. But anyway, she would just hold the bit there, and I would use my legs for signals when like I'm riding her. Okay, these are my legs. And to get her to slow down, I'd put them forward, and to stop, I would kind of tap on her shoulder with them. And then to go, you just kind of would squeeze. And to canter, you put your outside leg back and you squeeze this way. Or if you want to canter on this lead, you would squeeze this way. And but pretty much you held really still, and you balanced right in the middle, and you push with your seat to make them, I mean, your legs don't go, but you push with your seat to make them go, and to make them stop, you sit down real deep. So that's a really finely trained horse, so it would wear this bit, and you never pulled on the reins. But anyway, the story of this bit that I'm getting to, this belt buckle, was I was going by one of the booths, like in trade shows, you see all these booths. There were all these different styles, but spade belt buckles. And I can't remember how much they were, and we had no money, and we didn't have kids yet. And I just thought it was the neatest thing. And so we go through the, few days that we stayed there, and one night we went out to a nice dinner. I think it was the first time I had some kind of béarnaise sauce or something at this dinner. It was fabulous. But anyway, we sat down. I might have gotten up to go to the bathroom or something. Must have been that way. And when I sat back down, John says, or I didn't say anything. I think I just picked up my napkin. And underneath it was this belt buckle. Oh my gosh, I think we'd only been together probably 3 or 4 years. He does that. I mean, out of the blue, not very often, but every now and then, and just enough to make you go, wow. He does stuff like that. So this was one of those things. I loved what it was, but that he did that for me and just totally, totally surprised me. And he was so proud of himself for surprising me. That this is a prized possession. I used to wear it, and but now I put it in the what do you call it? The whatnot shelf. And here, I keep it in this shelf here. Let's see. There's a photograph I took of him once. I call it the Enigma. But here's me riding one of our stallions, and now I've got my chaps on, but my belt buckle would be right there. Here's my dad's belt buckle. He was a director of the International Arabian Horse Association, so that's his $20,000 belt buckle, because they didn't pay him to do that, and then, I don't know if they do now, but anyway, he would go to, so that's his belt buckle. So that was what cost him to go to all the meetings all over the world and country. And so then here's my belt buckle, and that was Ari Ben Tut. And so there's our little decorative shelves. Another prized possession is this slab of marble. It's this marble counter. We bought my parents' house and part of the farm. But this marble was why I wanted the house so bad. You can cook on your cooktop or oven and just set it down and it doesn't burn or mark up like linoleum or any of that, what do you call it? Formica. Because this is an older house. Okay, I am not a housekeeper and I'm trying to do videos and I'm supposed to be doing my dahlias. And oh God, there's so many things I'm supposed to be doing. So anyway, this is old. I mean, you can see. I mean, how many of you have metal edging on your countertop? But back to my marble. I love it. It's just a classic white. I mean, you know, it's probably stained, but who cares? I mean, this house was built in '57, so you know, this guy's got a few years, a lot of food on it. Okay, I keep crap on it. These are my little spoon rests. My daughter made them when she was going to school here, still probably middle school or high school or something. She would take a pottery class and made me some spoon rests, and I keep my oils here. And oh, sorry, but you know, when you have bacon grease or something, you pour it into a can. Well, we do, and then you throw it. See this divot in it? I've got some bad kitties. I don't know who did that, because my kitties don't go on the counters. But apparently somebody did. So we're bad kitties. Okay, these are dried pears. We dried some pears this summer. Eating that. I want to go to the bulk store and put some ginger in there. And here's my recipe box. And I want to make, okay Tammy, I want to make some hot fudge sauce that gets hard when you actually put it on the ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in, gosh, probably a year. But anyway, I love my marble countertop. Well, speaking of photographs, this is my other prized possession. It's a photograph I took of our kids. They were just playing on the hitching rail, and it's kind of turned sepia over time because I was doing my own darkroom work. And so this was black and white, and you can kind of see this is what the original was. I must not have fixed it good enough, but I kind of like that effect to it. And I took it to the county fair, and I got reserve champion with it. So I'm very proud of it. And I just love their eyes. So those are my prized possessions. And I hope you enjoyed. I kind of did, you know, going through and like, what is the most important to me? What do I enjoy? I mean, there were lots of things. I love my makeup. I like my jewelry and that kind of thing. But I didn't really want to show jewelry and that kind of stuff. So these were things that meant a lot to me. I tag any of you to do this and go ahead and attach it to mine and I will approve them, and this is kind of fun. Thank you, Victoria Vogue, for tagging me. This was fun. It took me months to think of what I wanted to include. So until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.